Tensions are dramatically escalating in the Strait of Hormuz after a top military advisor to Iran's supreme leader rejected an extension of the current ceasefire and openly threatened missile attacks against United States vessels. Mohsen Rezai, a prominent hardliner within Iran's Revolutionary Guards and military advisor to Mojtaba Khamenei, issued a stark warning regarding the presence of the U.S. military in the critical waterway. Rezai voiced strong opposition to U.S. President Trump's actions, accusing him of turning the United States military into a police force for the Strait of Hormuz. Speaking on Iranian state television, Rezai questioned the role of a powerful army like that of the U.S. in such a capacity. He stated, and I quote, "Their ships will be sunk by our first missiles and pose a great danger to the U.S. military." He continued, "They can definitely be exposed to our missiles and we can destroy them." These direct threats underscore the volatile situation in the region. Adding to the gravity of his statements, Rezai declared his personal opposition to extending the current ceasefire. While he presented this as his individual opinion, his position as a hardliner within the Revolutionary Guards carries significant weight and indicates a strong faction within Iran against de-escalation. The existing ceasefire has provided a temporary halt to the fighting, but Rezai's remarks suggest a desire for renewed confrontation rather than a prolonged period of peace. This comes after U.S. President Trump imposed a blockade on Iranian ports in the Strait of Hormuz. This decision followed the breakdown of initial negotiations between representatives from Iran and the United States, which concluded without any breakthrough. Since the beginning of the Iran war at the end of February, the Strait of Hormuz, which is vital for global oil and gas transport, has been largely closed off by the Iranian Revolutionary Guards. This blockade has had severe worldwide consequences, driving up prices for both oil and liquefied natural gas. Amidst these escalating threats, there has been a glimmer of potential de-escalation. According to recent media reports citing an unnamed insider, the Iranian government might consider allowing free passage through the Omani side of the Strait of Hormuz. This concession would be aimed at preventing a resurgence of the conflict and would mark a significant departure from Iran's previous maximalist demands. However, this potential move is conditional upon the U.S. government agreeing to Iran's remaining demands, which notably include the unfreezing of Iranian assets and a complete end to all sanctions. As the situation unfolds, the United States government is reportedly considering new negotiations, indicating a diplomatic path remains open despite the aggressive rhetoric. The international community watches closely as the Strait of Hormuz remains a flashpoint of geopolitical tension, with the world's energy supply hanging in the balance. What's your take on Iran Hardliner Threatens U.S. ships in Hormuz Strait? Share your view in the comments. Do you think this will matter in the next news cycle? This video was generated using artificial intelligence.